Thanks for staying with us. All right, so we have our guest here. Joy is still here with us, and we know you're a public speaker. You're an MC. You've been you've been somebody who's been proposing. Proposing. Oh, I didn't get the word in my head.
Okay.
You've been somebody who has totally tried to project public speaking done in the proper way. And I'd like to hear your story, how you came about public speaking and how you've been somebody who advocates for speaking properly, especially in public. Yeah.
Long story short, I chose what I could do easily and naturally. After school, finishing confused, like what the hell am I going to do with a degree in anatomy? I got a great job, had an official car, but I needed something more that was me. And I had been emceeing already as a hobby. And 2007, at an event, T.Y. Bello, Adeson Yenekwe, and Genevieve Naji came up to me to say, fantastic, great. In fact, Genevieve was like, my event is coming up, you have to be my MC. So right there on stage, I decided this would be my profession because these people don't know me. For them to say this to me, then you're on to something. And I just, on that same day, it was a Sunday, I said, like Tara Feladorotoye, she had started her makeup schools and she was training lots of makeup artists. I want to be that person at some point where many MCs will say, I was able to get this far because of you.
Oh,
so I just gave myself some timelines. By the time you're doing this for 5 years, you've learned what it is to run it as a business, then you start training other people. Training in public speaking happened like by chance. A friend of mine said to me, I have this training coming up and we need a facilitator in public speaking. It was the same November 2007. And she said, I just know you can do it. You're that person. Everybody comes to you for speaking tips. But, you know, things you do naturally.
Yeah.
And I did that. It was senior staff of NMPC that year. And one event just kept coming after the other until I joined Dale Carnegie officially. What I found in the workspace is that really the people who get ahead faster are those who can defend their ideas via speaking. Regardless of how intelligent you are or how much you contribute to a project, if you're not able to defend it while speaking, you are very likely to be forgotten when it's time for rewards, male or female. So if you're able to communicate your ideas and your desires in a way that you get the buy-in of decision makers, including staff and colleagues, then you are very likely to get ahead. And that's one of the reasons why I've committed to training people in public speaking, presentation skills, and of course, my forte, which is the MCs, to make money from their talent and their gifts, their skill, their refined talent on stage. And check men and women, of course, women still have a gap. We're still the ones who don't raise our hands to ask questions in a hall full of people. So I have decided to focus more on women because I've had a number of male clients, but they usually don't have a challenge. They can say any rubbish anyhow. A woman will think 100 times and still not speak. So I'm teaching confidence. I'm teaching how to speak. She would doubt and doubt. I'm teaching her how to overcome her doubt and
I love that.
how to make money while doing so.
I've never heard, I mean, I've never seen you at an event, but I'm finding you very interesting.
Thank you.
I would love to be able to listen to you or watch you. Where can I?
Yes. Oh, I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube.
We'll come to that. We're trying to let our viewers learn from it. Go ahead, Mariam.
Okay, so Joyce, I have been privileged to hear you at an event, and I thought, as you know, the first people who met you, I thought you were fantastic.
Thank you.
Is also what I love is that it's your Nigerian accent, but you make our Nigerian accent sound so nice.
Yes.
I like that you do that. And beyond speaking, you're also, I mean, your intelligence shines through. And you know, the part where you say that women find it hard to speak up workplaces, I think we have many situations where we see women who have been sidelined at the workplace because they didn't speak up. Or when they try to speak up, the male counterparts have a way of drowning your voice. And there are tips to help a woman in the workplace to use her voice so she can, you know, be seen and be seen, be heard, and respected, and paid for it as well.
Tip number one, believe in you first. That doubt will show up. when you don't believe in yourself. The moment you start speaking and somebody hushes you, if you do not believe in yourself, you be quiet. I use an analogy. If you're leaving your house and you feel your outfit doesn't look okay, the moment somebody says, what happened to this stuff? Yeah, I even said it. My mind told me.
Yeah.
That's doubt. So doubt will show up. But the moment you say, look, anyhow where you be, we are carrying on. The moment somebody says, excuse me, say, hold on. My point is, because you believe in you and you believe in what you're saying. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is rapport. If people are going to listen to you and accept what you're saying, it will be better or easier if they like you. Which is where subjectivity comes in, which is where a lot of women say, no, I didn't come here to make friends. I came here to do my job. But it's people who like you that will listen to you. Because by nature, we are not objective. We are subjective until we train to be objective. So, for subjectivity reason, become friendlier. We've given it bad names. That's why many women run away. We call it ass kissing. We call it all those other things. It's not. It's rapport building. If I want to say hello to you, find out what you do outside of work, ask about your family, your children, you might just like me. If I always see, it's courtesy. But some people like, abeg, which one concern me? Which one concern you? That's the reason why they might shut you down when you stand up to speak, because they're like, she's rude. Now they've called it something else. You're minding your business, but people call it, she's rude. She's snobbish. That one who has her nose up. And because women are beautiful, we are usually the ones easier to look on. It's easier for people to point at us and say we are snobbing, because we have that grace, that courage that comes with us just being.
That's why when you came in, you went to each one of us one by one, hugged everybody.
Yes.
It's the secret of the shoulder pad. So to build rapport always, it's not the most important thing to be liked, but it's important if you want to get ahead. So it's okay to want to be liked, not to be subservient. That's the difference.
Yeah.
To want to be liked, trusted, and opened up to. Then you can make your points, and then they can understand how intelligent you are and give you opportunities to grow.
I'm telling you.
All right, leave it to, what's the third one I'll give is structure, preparation. So I've taught and I continue to teach men and women, but now, like I said, I'm focusing more on women, how to prepare. If you are not well prepared, it will show at some point. People ask, what do I do when it's impromptu? I always say there are no impromptu situations, there are only unprepared speakers. Because if you're well prepared, you will have an idea of what the possibilities will be, the blind sides. You will go beyond just preparing for one. You'll prepare for 10, and they will ask you for only 2. There are no impromptu situations. There are only unprepared speakers. So I have this tribe of women called the Money Making Mouth Tribe. Joining in is as simple as you are a woman in business and career. You want to speak more, but now you also want to earn from it. Why? Many women are very intelligent, and you attend conferences, workshops, seminars, webinars, and your brain is picked. Because when you're done, it's thank you, goodbye, and God bless. But no money. And you might want to ask.
She has that all the time. They're constantly picking her brain.
And you might actually want to ask, but something will say in you, well, if I ask, won't I be looked upon as a bad girl? It's not just all those things we say. But that's an opportunity for what we call a stream of, what is a stream? It has come away from the river, from the sea, from the ocean, but it's still moving. That's a stream of income right there. If you're not confident enough to ask, if you don't understand the value of what it's giving to the other people, you're very likely to walk away again. At the conference that I would put together later in the month, women will be taught how to speak for career advancement, for career development, and for money.
Oh, fantastic. I love it. So now let me go to your MC work in a minute, because many people always feel like the reason why they don't like to do MC work is because they feel you need to be witty, you need to be comical, being an MC. And I'm not a funny person. I'm a very serious person. I can't be laughing. So what kind of skills do you need to do MC properly, would you say?
Number one, you need to understand the people in the audience.
Okay.
And if what you carry matches what they're expecting, then you'll be a good fit. So yes, there's some audiences that may not be your audience because what they're expecting might not be what you can carry. So that's awareness, the ability to understand your audience and match your skills with theirs. 2, I will say the ability to build rapport quickly on the spot. Rapport doesn't have to be humorous. It just has to build goodwill. So you come into a room of absolute strangers, and either you greet in their local dialect, or you say something that is going on in the atmosphere. You talk about something in the, what do you call it?
Or something.
Yeah, something happened, and people can relate. That's rapport. It doesn't have to be a joke. You do have to be witty. You do have to be knowledgeable about goings on, especially if you're working for a particular industry at a particular industry event. You need to sound like part of the people in the room. You shouldn't be working at an oil and gas event or a finance event and you have no knowledge whatsoever about that industry. No, and that's why it's, like you said, it's a skill, not a talent. Talent is raw. Skill is developed over time. You've practiced, you've added value, you've added some value to it. So those will be my top 3. The ability to understand your audience and what they need. Number 2, to prepare and build rapport. And number 3, the intelligence. It's when you know something enough, you can even find a way to be lighthearted about it. You can't be lighthearted about something you don't know well. That's why some people say they're not funny. Many times I found, as I train MCs, it's not true that they're not funny. They just don't know the subject matter enough to know what to be lighthearted about. The more you know about it, the easier it is to play with
and your
knowledge.
And are there opportunities for people to learn from you you know, just learn how to make, I mean, I know some talkatives that will do them some good if they are able to learn and make money for their
That's what
talking.
I call us. I call us restless talkatives. Because many of us, that's what we really are. We're the ones who were told, keep quiet, to talk too much. Your name is on every noisemaker's list. So I have trainings through the year. Find me anywhere online. Just put Jocey Daniel, it will come up all over. We have trainings from January to, and for the first time in 2024, that was the first time I trained MCs and I talked about money. Before then, I'll say, oh, improve your craft as an MC. Now I said, train you on how to earn over 500K per event. And there were at least 16 who had never seen 500K in one place together, who would call me crying, weeping, and say, Ma, I am holding 600,000. As in, I'm dead, I've come back. Like, what did they give me this money for? Would they come back to ask me for it? Am I?
Are you kidding?
1, 2, I had people who had their first million per event. And it's like, what? Just because I've now understood how to get the money more. So I've been getting the money for myself, but I wasn't sure how to translate it. I said, okay, well, it's because you have 15 years of, 15 years of experience, 16 years of experience. That's why people can pay you this much. But even if it's your first year, you can still hit that. And I had a client like that last year. They hit that money.
I don't know what's happening, but my friend Yusuf Bello, as well as Maria, saying that I need you more.
Yeah, that's what Mariah was saying.
I got you.
He's also sent a message
to you.
To her to join our school.
So, okay, I thought they say that you need her.
He says I need her more.
Yeah.
Let me say why Nima needs. Let me report Nima to you.
Please report.
This morning, she has picked somebody up in her car just to help the person. And the person was there lamenting about her, you know, and the person was talking issues that she had. And Nima was there giving free legal advice, not realizing that you are giving value. Oh, this is you are saying. You should pay, somebody should pay you for it. So she needs to know how to
monetize.
Hear the issue. Don't give out the value yet. And how do you prioritize that? How should she have handled that conversation where she's not giving you value, but you come back to her for value?
I could give you a very quick tip. Give enough value to solve an immediate problem.
Okay, which she did.
But remind them, which many times people know, that they need more than what you solved today. If you need, and when you need more, there is a fee attached. So say it ahead. You walk into a supermarket, there are price tags on
Have
them.
a price tag on
Have
your
a
head.
price tag very clearly put there. I know some women will struggle with price tags because it's like, where do I? So those are the things we'll now show you how to determine what price tag to put on what kind of service and for who. That should also, I should quickly add that as much as we make money, I still say there are 4 reasons to work for free. And number 4 is love. So sometimes you will find yourself in a situation where you're doing it out of pure love. It's okay. It's okay. But
No,
you
she's
can't
done
be
that for many
loving
years.
Yeah,
all
but
the
she's doing
time.
it for so long.
No, she has been loving for many years.
It's time to make the
God
money.
love the whole of Nigeria. She will do free work
We'll
for
ask
everybody.
you to be clear where the love is so that when the
Yes,
child
you
is
can
getting
eat.
married, they won't tell you that you cannot attend the wedding.
I hope you are hearing. But I mean, thank you. We have to wrap
Yeah.
up, but I know you have an event coming up very soon at the end of the month
Yes.
for speaking. I mean,
Yes.
lots of people are asking, so we'll
Yes.
send them the details
Yes, please.
of the. But Your handle is Jocey Daniels, right? So
I am Jocey Daniels on Instagram. Jocey Daniels on Google. Search it, you'll find my YouTube
So we can
videos.
get more details
Oh, yes, we
about
can.
your company. Well
Yes.
done.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Any
so
final
much.
words? I love what White was saying concerning I can't remember, but the police.
But you loved it.
I loved it. But yeah, but you know, you have to give us one final nugget. Let people who they said they know that they can
For
come back.
women, yeah.
That's more value. Give us more so that when you come
I
to your
always say that for final words, there are no final words. The conversation will always continue, because what you think you know today and you're a master of today, you will need to upgrade for tomorrow. What brought you here will not get you there. So
Yeah.
there are no final words. There are only upgrades.
Woo!
Okay, nice. Good to end with
We
that.
love us some Jocey Daniel.
Alright. That's all we can take on today's show. Hope you learned a few things as we have. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye.
Yay.
Yeah.